You are a superstar. Symbol of a woman who be working for herself. You are a superstar. Owamie, 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 Owamie. You a vlogger, fashion over. You a being one less than a mugozi. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie.
Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl Owamie, aka Miss Fair Focal. Guys, today honestly, like, wow, I've not dreaded making a video in so long like this one. Honestly, like, I've been sitting here thinking, what do I say? How like, you know, when you feel like you have so much to say that you end up feeling like you don't know what to say, you know. So there's currently, you guys, a hashtag RIP or justice for Namhla, and this is a lady that unfortunately passed away. It marks a month today, if I'm not mistaken, since she was brutally murdered. They're alleging that she was shot 9 times, and the person that they're alleging did this is a guy by the name of Major. I don't know if that's his legal name, but you know, he seems like he's a businessman that's established, and you know, he has money or stuff like that. I don't know there, but obviously if he's someone that apparently or allegedly he shot some people and he was out on 50,000 rands bail, so it must mean that he definitely has to have something. This is a married man, and unfortunately they're alleging that is him that actually shot him because she wanted to leave the relationship. Now the thing here that's going on is that yes, he's a married man, but the allegations are saying that he actually started dating her a long time ago, like when she was still a teenager, I think 18 or 17, somewhere there. And then he married someone whilst dating her, and then like that's how he became a married man. And so she obviously still then continued, I guess, to be the girlfriend. They're saying that he used to do a lot of stuff. Physical abuse is something that all the pictures are starting to actually come out now, and they're just ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna put some pictures here. These are the only pictures that I'm going to put, and then I'm also gonna just put a picture of her, like, for you guys to actually just see her face, and I'm also going to put this Major guy's picture so that you guys can get to know all this. Now I feel like the reason why this video was kind of like a bit of a dread for me, it was because of this video. Obviously I'm not doing it for Shasha, because that's how they call her. I'm doing it for the sister out there that is watching me right now, okay, because she's not here anymore to can watch this video, to can get some of the advices that maybe I can give. Not that I'm the best advisor, you know, it's just certain things for me honestly just do not make sense for me, you know. Now of course I do personally believe in the movement, you know, justice for her. I do feel justice definitely needs to be served. You know, the person that actually took her life, he needs to be jailed. This man Major, the fact that he has been physically abusing her and mentally, because obviously physically also comes with mentally, I think that he should also get arrested. You know, I feel like there's enough proof there, you know, the pictures, the WhatsApp messages, which are galore and just ridiculous. He should get arrested for that, you know. I think that for me, some of the stuff that actually came up there were, you know, how he used to allegedly be with his friends, right, and then he would call her and ask her like, who's the minister of finance, and maybe she'll be like, oh, I don't know, and then they would all laugh and he would also laugh, and basically she would hear him say, do you see, she's such a dumb cop, like I'd never marry her, you know. And mind you, this is a man that you've been with, that married someone whilst you were there, and I guess you still stayed, right? There were situations where they're alleging that, you know, even just for a simple hairstyle, like she had to get permission from this Major. You know, if she needs to go somewhere, she'll be beaten because, you know, she wants to go be with her family. No, you're going there for men. Oh, you know, I want to be with my sister. No, you're going there for men. Like, she was being controlled completely, right? Sometimes we need not to make excuses, and sometimes the excuses we make for people Sorry guys, my phone rang. But some excuses that we make literally cost us our lives, right? I am not one to victim blame. I will never blame the victim. I will look at a situation and I see things in a different way from most people. When I heard this story, literally it angered me. It got me so angry. And I've said this before, that I hate the mentality of women looking at themselves like they're weaklings. I hate the mentality of women looking at themselves like we cannot fight for ourselves. There are certain situations that, yes, you know, I can't fight for myself with a man because, you know, naturally he's physically stronger than me. But I can fight for myself by leaving, walking away and cutting you off my life, and just you being literally non-existent from my life. Even though I loved you, I still love you. I know I'll get over you because you're not the first person that I've ever been with. I've had heartbreak before and I've healed from that. So it means even if I get another heartbreak, I will also heal from that. I can't even fathom or even understand, honestly, why I would date someone decides to marry someone and I will still stay with that person. I do understand that this guy seems like a dangerous person, because the allegations that are saying that, you know, he has killed people before, he has shot people, he didn't even stay in jail, this and this happened. But guys, do you guys know and understand that there's literally a thing called relocation, where you relocate and you go to a place where this person does not know? Like, there's something called relocation, and this is me trying to advise maybe my sisters that are out there that are in a situation where they feel like it's hopeless and there's nothing that I can actually do. Because let's not lie, most women stay in horrible relationships because they love the man. It has nothing to do with, most of them, they will make an excuse of, oh, because of my kids. That is just an excuse. I'm telling you, most of them, they don't stay because of it's for their kids. Most of them, they don't stay because of, oh, you know, he's a dangerous man, if I leave he's gonna kill me. Most of them don't stay because of any other reason except for the fact that they know they're emotionally attached to this person and they love this person. They love their abuser, and they know if I say I'm staying with him because I love him, it doesn't make sense. Because why would you love someone that is constantly abusing you, constantly doing this and constantly doing that? You can be able to walk away from someone even though you love that person. You can be able to heal, and you can actually literally be okay. You can be fine. You can. This is honestly not like a video where it's like, oh, you know, entertainment video. It's not. This is just a sit down and I'm trying to just show you guys something. When I relocated from Free State to Gauteng, it was one of the most difficult things that I actually had to do. And the reason for that was because my roots were already in Free State at that time. I was used to the environment that side. I was used to the cheaper expenses that side. You know, the house that we were renting was massive, and if I tell you how much we were renting it for, you guys will literally be in shock. Having to actually like come this side and make a decision to say I'm going to move to Gauteng, I was very scared, you guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was very scared. I was scared for the finances. I was scared for how will I cope. I was scared for, I'm gonna actually like be staying by myself for the first time ever in my life. I went from varsity and I moved in with my man, and you know, we started staying together everywhere. This was the first move at the age of 30 that I had to literally make. At the age of, yeah, I was 30. Yeah, I was 30, huh? 29? No, I was 30. At the age of 30, I had to move and go stay by myself for the first time ever. It was very scary. It was not easy. Mentally, I was still also in that sense of, you've been with a man for 9 years. You know, there's certain things I didn't know how to do. I didn't even know, guys, how to fix my laptop if anything went wrong. I was so dependent. But when time came and I saw that my safety was also in danger, I had to relocate. I had to. It was not an easy move. It was not something easy, but it was something that had to be done, and it was very difficult, but it's something that had to be done. Think about if I had chosen to still stay in Free State, everything that happened online, you don't think this person would have gotten so much anger? I'm sure I would have gotten out and get my SUV on fire and not know who the person maybe that did it is. Our justice system is useless, especially when it comes to protecting women. I gave up on our justice system the day they did not kill Uyenenim Rajane's killer. It didn't make sense to me. So I knew that as a woman I also had to take a step, and it was not an easy one. It's scary, but be courageous and do it. Because I know there's certain people that are like, think about it, you're uprooting your whole life. Imagine relocating, leaving your home. You can choose to relocate and leave your home and go stay in a different province or a different place, or you can choose to relocate and leave your home, going to the grave. Because one thing I can tell you guys, every woman knows their man. We may not know the extent of the things they may do, but we know the things they can do. She knew the guy was violent. That one we all know, because she could even see the violence in it. There are certain pictures that I can't show here because obviously YouTube does not allow us. But it's a picture of her back. The bruises that are there are just like, you would think maybe it was in the time of slavery, because those were shambok strokes that you could see, and it is just heartbreaking. This man was now a married man. So you can't tell me that he was with her 24/7. You can't tell me he was actually like surveilling. Is that what they call it? Like, he was not there 24/7, because clearly he had a wife and kids at home. It angers me. It legit angers me. You can get a transfer from work. You can relocate and live without even telling anyone, except maybe your close family, those that know exactly what you're running away from. That is something that you can do. If you're in a situation that is like this, you can literally do that. I know it is scary, but it is possible. Guys, she had a job. This whole situation, you guys, honestly, it hurts. It literally hurts. It hurts, Shem. I won't lie, it hurts. And the other thing again that as women we need to understand is that there's a saying that says you teach your man how he treats you, and that's the truth. A man who knows his wife does not tolerate beating, he won't beat her. Because the first time he does it, you leave. You don't even give him a second chance to do it again. The first time he cheats, you leave. You don't even give him a second chance to cheat again. Because let me tell you guys something. When someone does something and you stay, you automatically tell them that I can accept that. I accept that. Because remember, mostly men don't hear or listen to what you say. They look at what you do. So you told him before, if you cheat on me, I will leave. He cheats and you stay, and you tell me if you cheat on me, I will leave. He knows if he cheats again, you will stay because you stayed. He beats you, you say if you beat me again, I will leave. He knows that I can beat her because last time I did it and she stayed. And the more you stay with an abusive man, in any either way, physical, emotional, however, please know and understand that you are also training him. You are also training him. You're training him. and they get to a point where they feel like they own you. Which is why when you try to leave later, it's actually more dangerous, because you have trained him that this is behavior you accept. So he's like, why are you leaving me now? Because I've been doing all these things to you and none of that has actually made you leave. It means maybe you've gotten someone. Because most of the abusers, or all abusive men, are narcissists. If you've looked at it, they're narcissists. And narcissists, you guys, they have got a problem of development arrest. Like they never get to develop emotionally like an adult. So this may be a 30-year-old that still thinks like an 18-year-old. This might be a 40-year-old that still thinks like a 22-year-old. They can't control their emotions, most of them. If you look at a man that has ever abused you, sit down and think about it. You will literally see child elements in his actions. Not just the actions of him abusing you, but in other things. You will legit see that literally this person is a child, man. No, man. Think about like doing this. Like the whole thing of the alleging that he used to call her, and then he would be like, what is the minister of finance? And she'd be like, I don't know. And then they laugh with his friends, like, you see, she's so stupid, I can never. That's something that we used to do. Guys would do maybe in primary. Guys would do maybe like in the beginning phase of secondary school. Like even secondary school kids now are more developed than that. But this is a child literally in an adult man's body. And that's why they're so dangerous. And that's why you need to show them, because such men, they actually react to consequences than what you say. You were careless with a good woman, you lost her. And when I say you do community service, you guys actually literally laugh at me. But a man who cheated on his wife once and she left, the next woman that comes in his life, he has already understood that there are consequences to this. There are consequences to beating my wife. I beat her once and she left. I did this once and she left. It means he's gonna be a little bit more gentle with the next woman that comes. Lendo ukuthi no wibekezela. Guys, it does not work. It doesn't. We don't eat the same foods our grandmothers used to eat. Our bodies are fragile. So someone can literally kill you just by beating you. It's unfortunate that with her a gun was used, but she kept on dodging bullets each time. She would survive those beatings. My sisters out there that are being abused, guys, you only have one life to live. And if you are now sitting there and telling yourself, I'm only staying here for my kids, trust and believe it's those same kids you will die for. It's those same kids you're going to live when this man finally kills you. Emotional abuse, I don't condone things like cheating and stuff like that. But if you want to stay and, you know, draft out your exit strategy and look at what exactly it is you need to do to sort yourself out, I feel like you still have time. Use protection though, so that at least you don't get out sick. But I feel like, okay, but when someone is physically abusive, the unfortunate part is you can be sitting today and you're gonna die tomorrow and you don't know. That's why it's so dangerous, and that's why you need to leave. And if you have been training this man that it's okay to beat you for years, it gets more and more dangerous for you to leave. Which is why with a type of person like that, you don't just leave, you leave and you relocate. Go to a place that he does not know. Have some emergency strategies in terms of, if this happens, then I can do like this. If this happens, then I can do like that. But honestly, staying with men that are abusive, it gets you killed. And they know our justice system is useless, especially when it comes to women, because when your case goes there, you're just one of many. 9 bullets. There was definitely no hope for her to survive. That was something that's very, very personal. And as women, can we start being honest with our friends? You will advise your friend to stay in a situation you know you couldn't stay for. This woman is coming with bruises. There is literally someone that was taking pictures of her from the back with all those bruises. Who is that person? What advice did they give? Which is why I tell you guys, some of you are not staying for your kids. Some of you are not staying because, oh, what will I do? Oh, there is this, there is that. You know yourself that if I really honestly stand up, I'm stronger than this. You're staying because you are in love with this person that is abusing you. And unfortunately, it's the same love that will kill you, because that man does not love you. A person that loves you will never want to hurt you. And that's a fact. He may tolerate you. He may like you. He may feel he owns you. Which is why most of you will actually confuse a man that is a psychopath, that follows you everywhere, that wants you to ask permission for everything and stuff, for, oh, he's such a protective man. No. A protective man will let you live your life. He will just always be there to protect you if you need him. A psychopath wants to live life for you. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, you've got a curfew, you must come home at this time, you can't do this, you can't do that. If you're with your friends and he calls, you don't pick up, you call him maybe 5 minutes later, no, you were cheating on me, you were doing that. That's not a protective man, that's a psychopath. And the unfortunate part about it is that they make it so easy for you to attach to them emotionally, because these are psychopaths. They read you, they look at you. The first stage of the relationship is so bomb, to a point where you keep living life hoping you will go back to that, and you're never going back, because that man you fell in love with does not exist. The real man is this psychopath you're standing with now. He's not going back. He's not. Stop making excuses, guys, because unfortunately it will not end well. We cannot advise Uhlahla right now because she's already gone. May the Lord rest her peace, I mean her soul. But you are watching me right now, you're out there, you know I'm talking to you. Make plans, leave. And if your man has beat you before, I want you to actually do this for me, because I know that he has told you he will never ever do it. But listen, my sister, he will do it. So I want you to do this. The first time, let's not even, or even if your man has never beaten you, but he has told you, I will beat you. That's the first sign. That's the first sign. Do this. If this man beats you once, pack your bags. Pack your bags emotionally. I get you guys want to give people second chances and stuff. Pack your bags emotionally, I mean mentally. Pack your bags. Tell yourself, I've packed my bags and I'm leaving. The day he beats you for the second time, because that will happen, pack your bags physically and walk away. If it happens once, remember me and tell yourself, I've packed my bags, and pray to God the second time he will leave you alive. Because it doesn't start from just him now taking a shambok and beating you up and down, kicking you. Starts with a slap. Simple thing. Something like a slap. The next time it's a harder slap. What happened? Physical abuse is even more dangerous. As I'm saying, someone can beat you today and kill you, and you die a painful death. And physically abusive men, yes, they can shoot you and kill you, because most of them, they feel they own you. You belong to them. It's like you're an object to them. So if you're not with me, no one can have you. How dare you try live your life? And which is why, as I'm saying, guys, be very careful before you enter into a relationship with someone. The allegations that are saying that Hlahla was actually young when she met this guy, right? It's also very dangerous to be dating men when you're still young. Or dating, like, honestly, if you can wait until 21 at least, and don't date older guys. Don't. Because there's also a problem of grooming, which is a way of mental enslavering that can affect you for the rest of your life. Please be very careful out there, because some men you date, you are now gonna have to be forced to uproot your whole life. And unfortunately, those are the consequences you have to deal with, because you also made a decision to get into a relationship with a psychopath even though you didn't know he's one. Because they don't start off by coming to you as if, you know, they are who they are. They come and pretend. But when you see that I messed up and you feel that I'm scared for my life, relocate. Go to work, talk to your boss. I have them maybe help you get transfer, go work in a different company, the same company, maybe, you know, in a different province, a different place. Try, guys, because honestly, what else are we going to do? We also need to protect ourselves as women. Physically, yes, we may not. Personally, get a gun. Get a gun. Legit, soon I'll be having a gun. I won't even lie, Shem. I want to work on my license and everything. A licensed gun, because no, we need them as women in South Africa. Every woman should actually be having a gun, because we live in the most dangerous place in the world for women. So this video, guys, like, it really has my heart. Please, if you're out there, I'm pleading with you. Ukubegezela. When they say umendo yabegezelwa, like, you know, it's to begezela if your husband loses a job. You're with him through sickness and health, through money or not. You have already married each other, so you begezela if your husband gets sick. If now, you know, his manhood ain't working anymore, you begezela because you married him. That's the begezeling we're talking about, not the begezeling that now has to come. You now have to begezela the monster. No, because as married couple, you need to fight together for things or against things. Now, if he's the one fighting you, what are you fighting for? You have no reason to even fight. What are you fighting for? This is honestly sad, you guys. But anyway, I love you guys. Stay blessed. Rest in peace, Shasha, and my condolences, my deepest condolences to the family. I do hope that there's gonna be justice for her. I really honestly do believe that she deserves it. I just wish that people around now that may be abused right now, you guys can literally learn, because she's not the only one. She's one of many that this happens to. Let's be careful when we choose this man, and when we see that don't let a man tell you he does not want you twice. The first time is enough. The first time is enough. Anyway, ninjas, I love you. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.